Yes, I am A. Allen. Welcome to, you are watching Streetwise live on CAN TV, channel 21. You are streaming live on cantv.org/hotline. And I want to, first of all, thank my guests for being here, Jack M. Thank you, Jack M. Jack M. have came to Streetwise as an intern from college, and I'm not going to say too much about him because I want him to introduce himself. Welcome, Jack. Welcome to the Streetwise show. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me, Alan. Like he said, my name's Jack. I am a student at the University of Illinois at Chicago, and I am studying social work where I'm pursuing my master's with hopes of one day working in the school system. But for right now, really enjoying my time at Streetwise working with guys like A. Allen over here.
Thank you so much for coming to Streetwise because you bring a lot to the table, Jack.
Thank you.
And out of curiosity, what made you come to Streetwise?
Yeah, good question. I was looking to maybe diversify my experience a little bit and work maybe not in what I wanted to do for the rest of my life, but in something that I was definitely passionate about, and this gave me a great opportunity to do it for about a year before I start branching off onto other things.
So you actually a social worker, right?
Not yet. Hoping soon.
Okay, but you work with people. I mean, that's what you're going to school for.
Correct, yes.
Yeah, so social work, I mean, it requires a lot of skill, especially working around vendors like at Streetwise, because a lot of our vendors are like, they come from like a broken background, such as using drugs, being homeless. You know, they coming from panhandlers. They coming from a diverse background, and you know, you have to really know how to socialize with people in order to get along with the people at Streetwise, and you do that very well, Jack. You really do. And so Jack is here to help me. We're going to go through Martin Luther King Day. Martin Luther King Day, going to the overhead. This is our latest magazine. Martin Luther King Day is, well, this magazine is from January 13th to January 20th. It's the day we celebrate Martin Luther King's birthday. So it'll be like, for this year, it'll be 2020, okay? Put another 20 on it, okay? 2020, we'll be celebrating MLK Day. And how did MLK Day come about? Okay, first of all, Martin Luther King's birthday is celebrated is observed on the Monday, the third Monday of January. This is around about the time we celebrate Martin Luther King's birthday. And we consider Martin Luther King's birthday a day of service. And service, what kind of service? Service to strengthen the community, to bridge barriers, to create solutions for social problems, to celebrate the life and achievement of a civil rights leader. Okay, Martin Luther King's birthday became a bank holiday. What is a bank holiday? A bank holiday is like a day when the banks be closed. Okay? A bank holiday, if the bank is closed, that means no money is actually moving. That means that's got to be a very special day. You know, and so Martin Luther King became the first national holiday observed in January 16, 2016. Okay? It was signed by Ronald Reagan as law in 1983, and it became actual law in 1986. We have a lot of interesting things to talk about that's in the magazine, thanks to Susan Haney. Susan Haney, she is our chief editor, and she does a really good job. Okay, a lot of people come out to buy the paper, or they come out and support the vendor because they know the vendor is out to support themselves. Okay, we are actually people that are unemployed, but through Streetwise we become self-employed. Okay, and if you're at home and watching this on the television set, you are welcome to come join the family of Streetwise too. You too can be a part of this, of being an entrepreneur, being self-employed, okay? And we do believe in a hand up and not a handout. So what that means is we believe in being self-supporting through our own efforts. Okay, back to the magazine. And I was mentioning Susan Haney. Susan Haney packed this magazine with a lot of good stuff. A lot of detailed information. A lot of research went into this magazine. And I can really appreciate Susan Haney and Dave Hamilton for putting together us a good product to sell. And if you haven't found you a Streetwise vendor, call Streetwise and find out where your local vendor can help you. The number is 773-334-6600. Okay, call and find out where you can find a vendor so you can get one of these good magazines, because this particular magazine is full of details, it's full of information that I know I probably won't be able to cover it all, but nevertheless, we will try, right, Jack?
We will try.
We will try to cover the information that's in here, but it's almost like a Rolling Stone concert. The Rolling Stone concert, when somebody tried to tell you how good it was and how Mick Jagger was going across the stage playing the guitar and skipping, and I mean, that's words, but the bottom line is going to be, you had to have been there, okay? And the same way with this magazine. In order to get the true information, the detailed information that Susan Haney wrote about, you have to get the magazine. You just have to get this.
Gotta get the magazine.
The magazine is a very good product. You have to get the magazine, and you can use this for research. You can use this, put this in the file away. I mean, it's so much information, you'll be surprised. But nevertheless, I can't tell it all, but you have to get the magazine. But, first of all, we talk about this Samuel Black. Samuel Black, a black historian and friends too many. Okay, this guy was from, where is he from? This guy's from Birmingham, Alabama. Okay, and he came to Chicago at 1 year old, and in the 20s and the 30s, he served in World War II. Landed on the beach of Normandy on D-Day, which is Doomsday, June 6, 1944. He saw a lot of action, okay? He even visited Germany and went to visit some of the concentration camps in Germany, and he saw that humans was treated worse than animals. And so, the bottom line, in a nutshell, this man left because of Martin Luther King. When he left the army, he made up his mind that he would spend the rest of his life bringing people together to make this world a better place. Okay, that's it in a nutshell for Samuel Jackson. I can't tell it all. Like I said, you have to buy the magazine. You really have to buy the magazine to see it all. Okay, because it's a lot of information. If you're not familiar with Streetwise, try to find you a vendor or buy a Streetwise when you see someone out there selling Streetwise and see what all we have. Because we do have the crossword puzzles, we have the Sudoku, we have Sportswise, we have Eatwise, we have a lot of good things going on. Then we have special writings from the vendors. Speaking of special writings from the vendor, yours truly, A. Allen, I share my story about integration. When Martin Luther King talked about integration, I took it for granted and I took it lightly, until it boiled down to the Chicago public schools. They introduced busing, okay? And when they introduced busing, it was a select few that they chose for the program. And I was one of the ones that they chose for the busing program. And in the busing program, this is what this article is about. Let me let you see it. This is what this article is about. Okay, the busing program that I went through in the 70s. Okay, and it was all because of Martin Luther King civil rights movement on integration. Okay, and far as I'm concerned, I really didn't understand the meaning or the significance of busing black kids to white neighborhoods and white kids to black neighborhoods. I did not understand the significance of that until later in life, and now I understand that it was like an introduction to the real world. Okay, it was an introduction to integrate people so they can get to know each other, whereas they won't be so fearful of each other. And that was my story, and that's all I got to say about that. Okay, now we go to the other part of what's in the magazine, okay? What's in the magazine is Dr. Roselle Nesbit. Okay, Mr. Nesbit. Okay, he was a connection with Martin Luther King. He was a junior in education. He previewed his life as an educator and an activist. Okay, and this black gentleman, he worked with Martin Luther King, one of Martin Luther King's main lieutenant, which he called Reverend James Orange, to organize people into the union to end slums, okay? And he basically went from door to door on the west side to help people with issues they had with housing, to strengthen their capacity to deal with slum conditions. Okay, and he also made a quote about Dr. King. He said Dr. King was calm, a great leader, because he was a great listener. And he also did work in Rhodesia and Zimbabwe. You know, it's a lot to be said about this gentleman. And like I said, you have to buy the magazine to see what I'm talking about. You really have to buy the magazine because this was a well-written article by Suzanne Haney, and I know she's proud of it, and I'm proud of it. I'm proud to be selling Streetwise because of the articles that she writes. So like I said, you have to find you a vendor. And if you want to be a vendor, oh, let's go to that. If you really want to be a vendor, don't worry, we're not leaving you out. If you have a desire to become a vendor and become self-employed, you too can come to Streetwise. You can come to Streetwise because we have orientation every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 o'clock. And the orientation is at 4554 North Broadway. And it's right off the red line of Wilson. Okay? And you come up to Suite 350. And we also have a Streetwise employment. Let me zoom in on that. Okay, Streetwise employment opportunities. That's where you can either call this number, 773-334-6600, and ask for Miss Maloney, okay? And you can make an appointment with her if you want to do the conventional 9 to 5. That means you want to punch a clock. If you feel like you want to punch a clock and you don't want to be self-employed, we got help for you too. But you can also use Streetwise as a stepping stone for employment. You can sell the papers and talk to Miss Maloney, and she can help you put together a resume. She can help you go online and find jobs. You know, it's a great opportunity. Streetwise offer a lot of opportunities for a lot of people. You need to come and check us out because in the beginning, we'll start you out with 15 free papers. 15 free papers that'll get you started. Okay, get your wheels rolling. We'll give you a location. We'll give you an ID badge to get you started, okay? And then you can become an entrepreneur too. You can also become self-employed, okay? And one of my slogans is help the unemployed be self-employed. And you too can be a part of Streetwise family. As a matter of fact, all you vendors out there, we have the all vendors meeting coming up tomorrow. Every third Wednesday. So tomorrow is the third Wednesday, and all vendors are called to come to the meeting. And if you don't have your up-to-date ID badge, we recommend that you come in and get your up-to-date ID badge. The 2020, okay, 2019 is out. So if you're out there trying to sell Streetwise with a 2019 badge, you are not in alliance with the code of conduct of Streetwise. Because Streetwise, we do have a code of conduct, and that's what orientation is about. And if you come, we'll give you a temporary badge, and then you can work your way up to earning a permanent badge with your picture on it. So all you vendors out there that have 2019 badge, come in tomorrow, okay, for the all vendors meeting, and get your up-to-date badge and find out what's really going on with Streetwise, because you're a part of the Streetwise family. Okay, and last but not least, Streetwise had his coat giveaway, and we want to show you a preview of that. The coat giveaway is the Christmas party, and this is what it, if you wasn't there, this is sort of like what it looked like. We just give you a sneak preview of what the Christmas party looked like. Okay, can you see a little bit more? Okay. And Santa Claus, that's me disguised as Santa Claus. And this is the Streetwise family having fun at Christmas. This is the coat giveaway. This is Bruce. So we really had a nice time. And if you really want to be a part of Streetwise family, you're welcome. Jack will welcome you, and Jack will help you the best way he can. Jack brings a lot to the table because he helps us out with our badges. He helps us out with our location. He helps the new vendors to come in and get settled in. Jack is a lot of help to Streetwise, and we really appreciate you, Jack. We really do. So, going back to the party, there's more. Look. This is some of the fun we was having. These are very nice people. You see all the smiles on their face? Okay, that's because they're proud to be a part of Streetwise family. They are proud to be a part of Streetwise family. And you would too. Okay? You would too. Okay? This could be you. Okay, if you're sitting on that couch and nothing to do and not working, come down to Streetwise and investigate, because we have hot food, we have telephones, we have computers, and we have a great staff that'll help you out. Do whatever you're trying to do, okay? If you're trying to get up on your feet, you know, we can help you in the computers. Jack can help you put together a resume. You know, it's a lot of help at Streetwise for you. If you're not doing anything, it'll be a great place for you to visit. Come out and see what Streetwise have to offer you today. Yeah. And so with that being said, I want to thank Jack for coming on the show. And like I said, there's so much in the magazine. You got to get this magazine, Martin Luther King Day. You got to get this. I mean, if you're out there and you're a historian, or you someone that knows about Martin Luther King and the things that he fought for, and you want to keep the legacy alive, please purchase this magazine. Please purchase this magazine from one of your local vendors, okay?
There's no better value. $2, you get all this.
Okay, yeah. Well, nevertheless, yes. Keep in contact with Streetwise and get your magazine. Find you a local vendor, you know. And I would like to just give Jack an opportunity to express what he likes about Streetwise.
You know, where would I even begin? I think, you know, when you get past the obvious parts where people are coming together, helping themselves, helping each other, that's fantastic in of itself.
Yes, it is.
But I think my favorite part, genuinely since I've been there, has been just meeting people and spending my time, you know, in the common area, talking to people that I probably wouldn't have met otherwise, and just forming relationships that have been really great for me.
You know what? That is interesting. I'm so glad you said that. You said that you get involved with people that you normally wouldn't be involved in. And you know, that's what Streetwise is all about. Because if it wasn't for Streetwise, me and you wouldn't be on the show right now. But the thing is, that I really appreciate is the same thing, because not only do I get to rub shoulders with people like you, Jack, and other staff members, but I get to rub shoulders with people out there in the field, okay? People that support me in my magazine purchase. You know, the only way I would see a doctor is going to the doctor because something was ailing me in my body. The only way I meet a lawyer is probably going to the courtroom. The only way I meet a judge is probably being in the courtroom. But through Streetwise, I meet all those people. I meet people I wouldn't normally meet. I meet people that I normally wouldn't mix with, and I get a chance to socialize and communicate with them. And that's the great thing about Streetwise. You know, if a person is willing to go out on a limb and experiment and see what it's like, then come to Streetwise and we'll show you what it's like, and you have a good experience of rubbing shoulders with people you normally wouldn't rub shoulders with, or working with people you normally wouldn't work with, or communicating with people you normally wouldn't communicate with. If it wasn't for Streetwise, me and Jack wouldn't communicate. I wouldn't be communicating with you. I wouldn't be communicating with my customers. A whole lot of things that wouldn't happen that is happening in my life, and it can happen in yours too. You know, orientation is Tuesday and Thursday at 10 o'clock. 4554 North Broadway. Get off the red line on Wilson and come up to Suite 350. And you too can be a part of Streetwise. You too can be a part of this great organization. Streetwise is truly a great organization. And like I say, if you're out there selling papers, don't forget to come in and get your up-to-date Streetwise badge. Okay, this is 2020. It's time for a change. It's time to turn in that old badge and get your new badge and become up to date. You know, we have a lot of things to offer at Streetwise, and we hope you take the time out to come and check us out at 4554 North Broadway. And like I said, it's too much to cover about the magazine because it's an excellent magazine. We're not just out there just selling papers. We're out there selling some quality products, you know, that people can use every day, okay? And like I said, we have the Sudoku, we have the crossword puzzle. We have a lot in Streetwise. If you haven't tried one, try one. Thank you very much for watching the show. And like I say again, I want to thank Jack M for coming to the show, and you bring a lot to Streetwise, and you brought a lot to Streetwise with this TV show. So we really appreciate you, Jack.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. And I want to thank you all for viewing us, and we'd like to invite you back same time, same station next week. Thank you very much.